Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to Faces of the Rainforest. Yeah, I literally, like I said in the chat, I literally fell down the stairs and, scraped my ankle right before I got here. I literally was just, letting everyone in the household know, hey, by the way, gonna be streaming, make sure, everyone be quiet, yada yada yada. And then I'm like, that all cleared away, and then just and then yeah, I fell and tripped, and now my ankle is all scraped up. But how's everyone doing? So yeah, who do we got here? We got I Love Your Zoos, Beal Brothers, Philly Sports, Azale, Lazy Otter, Eddie is here. Planet Zoo Master, Vicky, one of our Lion Rider members. How's everyone doing today? Real good? Because today we are going to be continuing, I want to say where we left off, but I did some building, off camera and off live stream. But it wasn't really anything crazy. It was, I just made a couple of things. I, added a little rope path over here. Started kind of blocking out the rest of the rooms and stuff of the building and stuff like that. But for the most part, nothing really new happened. I did put in a couple. I put in the exhibit animals, so they're, located in there. As well as, might have made a couple of other surprises, cough, cough, between streams. But, today, we're going to just be continuing where we left off yesterday. So probably going to be continuing the monkey habitat. Might be doing the outside portion today. And then, hopefully that is all good. Let me know if my audio level is good. It might be loud. I'm not totally sure or not. But, yeah. So, we have a few mods to show off. Because, as always, we like to start out the stream by showcasing all of my new mods that I'm working on. So, I want to thank Leaf for donating yesterday, actually, for kind of an unofficial Lion Rider King role. He's already donated in the past, and he is a member, but he just gave me another $15 donation just so that he could be upgraded to the Lion Rider King member. So, let me show off what he wanted me to make. If I can find that. If I go to macaque. I just had it, Japanese macaque. That one is almost absolutely going to be bad. But, and I also had another person also off camera and not on the live stream yesterday. Hello, Nico. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Maria. I hope you're feeling better. Sorry about that you're still sick. But I had another person also request a new mod, which actually it's probably over here anyway. They wanted me to work on a Mustang mod, like a horse. So here's the horse. I still have to texture it. Right now it's just the kind of zebra texture. But let's see if I can make it stand up. Because basically, for all intents and purposes, it's a zebra. Still have the weird triangle issue with new models, don't know. But yeah, it's got a more flowy mane. It's a horse now. That's it. This one's dehydrated though, because I never put necessary resources in any of their habitats. Just so that this horse is a little better off. Let's throw in a little. Of course, it won't fit anywhere. I don't want to just have it just anywhere. Have to skip the stream since my dad will be home soon. I'm sad. It's okay. Obviously, the live streams are always going to be available for everyone afterward anyway. So if you can't make it live, that's not a big deal. You can just, come back and watch it some other time on your own. Wow. They really don't want me to place this down. There you go. There. So that's the Mustang horse mod, but that's gonna be in the works. So let's see. I don't know if they dropped it off yet. Probably not. It takes them a very, very, very long time to deliver anything around here. But what we're trying to show off is the proboscis monkey. So that was another mod that I was going to work on for Leaf. It's all done. It looked surprisingly better than I could have ever imagined. I thought I did a pretty good job on the proboscis monkey. And as a lot of you have seen in the thumbnails, we have a few other mods related to Faces of the Rainforest now available. So, give me a sec. We're about to see the proboscis monkey. So, give me a sec. Here we go. And there's our proboscis monkey. So this is a cute little guy. Cute, with quotes. But this is a species of monkey that lives in Asia. And it's kind of known for having this really fat nose. That's basically it. It's just a weird, derpy little monkey. So this uses the macaque, obviously, and then I gave it a tail. Doesn't really move much, but I think it looks surprisingly good. I don't think it looks bad at all. I think it looks rather nice. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. I want to have it sit down, because that's like a thing that a lot of proboscis monkeys do, is like they'll sit down and stuff. But what I've noticed is that the Japanese macaque doesn't really like to sit down often. But I will say that for those who have been seeing, you know, my streams for the last few days, you've been noticing I've been making an awful lot of monkeys. So it's just, I have a lot of monkeys that I've been working on. So this is the proboscis monkey I made. There we go. Now he's sitting. Look at him. Proboscis monkeys, just no matter what, like, have this look of like misery on their face, where they just look like horrified. But you know, it's cool. So so that's the proboscis monkey. Then I obviously made the TT monkey, the golden lion tamarin, the Saki monkey, the howler monkey, the wolf squenin. I'm sick of monkeys, so I made a lot of monkeys these last few days. But let's show off the new mods that I worked on specifically for Face of the Rainforest today. So the first thing, if we look up a bear, we have the green anaconda mod. So this is a green anaconda. He's a big boy. So if we put like an archer next to him, it's a I tried to make them to scale the best I could. This one, as well as the next mod that I kind of showed off a little earlier. But if we put an archer next to the green anaconda, it's pretty much to scale. Like I think I got it decent enough. It could be a lot bigger hypothetically, but you know, it could be you know, I think it's decent. And I think it works well as like, because I even got like the scales and stuff to look really nice. What I did was I basically took the in-game yellow anaconda, changed the texture of it and stuff. Oh, I have aligned a surface on. But you know. So yeah, look, now it's suffocating him. And then the plus of this is, I could have made it using the actual exhibit types, but I thought it would have been like what would the purpose have been if I had an exhibit animal where they don't move to begin with? Or I could have it so that, you know, I can place them wherever I want. So as an example, if you still want this inside of an exhibit, you can. You can literally just toss it in here. There, now it's an exhibit animal. But if you want it, say, you know, somewhere else, you wanted a really big habitat for it for some reason, like a reptile house or something, you're able to do that as well. So I like versatility, so that's why I decided that would be the most logical thing to do with it. And I think it looks good. I really like how it turned out. And I did the patterning and stuff, and I like to think I match. Any snake experts out there can verify if I matched the green anaconda patterning and color and stuff. But I think I did a good job. because they basically have like these kind of rosettes along the bottom half of them, kind of a yellow underbelly, and then like this brownish green on top. I think it looks pretty good though. So you know, I think that looks, you know, pretty decent. So now we can discuss the next one, which is the well, you might have seen it, the macaw, the Hylicant macaw. So this is going to replace your wheel prop in the game, and it, you know, if you orient it correctly, it'll fly around. And so it'll just kind of move around, and you can just fill it up and stuff. And oh, well, thank you, just that, because yeah, I think it looks pretty good. TT Monkey I don't have in the game right now, so I'll show that off probably next stream, but I will have that ready. So I think that looks really good. I'm not a snake expert, but it definitely looks like a snake. Yeah, exactly. Also, hello, Yadin. Welcome to the stream. And I don't know if anyone has saw, but Crocs, I have now made a moderator for my stream. He offered, you know, I trust him. He's, you know, a good friend of mine, and, you know, I know he comes around to streams pretty often. So I trust him as moderator to keep the peace within chat and stuff. But past that, that should be all we have for new mod, you know, showcase time. But we are going to now basically start working on the actual build. Are you going to make a parrot that sits in place? Yeah, probably. I'm probably going to make the static wheel prop just a parrot that just, yeah, like literally just sits down, because I think that would make the most sense. So you'll have the flying variant and then one that just sits kind of like and perches, sort of like the eagle mods I currently have. So if I have the macaw mod, will I have to give up the stingray mod? Yes. So if you had that, you would have to give up the stingray. However, the stingray is not out yet, so, you know, you take it or leave it. Now, the big thing is I'd absolutely love... I'd love it if, you know, we could speed up the process of, you know, the custom animals and props and stuff, but, like, we are really, truly at the mercy of Inaki and Jesse and Hendrix on that. Like, basically, they're the ones that we're waiting on, and then once they sort everything out for Planet Zoo, we can get all these as custom animals without replacing anything. So, you know, hopefully that works out. And I don't know if anyone also saw, maybe I shouldn't have deleted that after all, but I've also released the Black Rhino mod on Nexus. So I was waiting a bit to see, because I was hoping that we could get full replacements a little bit sooner. But for now, the Black Rhino female is on Nexus, because a lot of people were like talking about how, like, oh my god, Nick, you have so many mods, but you never release any of them. Which is true. I have 35 mods that I'm just sitting on my desktop that I just haven't released. If I can remember all of them that I haven't released yet, I will list them now. Hold on. Alpaca, miniature donkey, guinea hog, Nubian goat, African penguin, Pacific walrus, harbor seal, Chilean flamingo, sand tiger shark, beluga whale, West Indian manatee, cow-nosed stingray, howler monkey, TT monkey, like I said, I'll show that off, Saki monkey, Bigfoot, raccoon, beaver, golden lion tamarin, blue heron. I have technically a update for two existing mods that were created by other users, which are the red brick mod and the boardwalk mod. What else have I made? The Mustang mod, which I just showed off. I just, you know, updated the Black Rhino, so that's available now. Godzilla. I have the Godzilla mod, the King Kong mod. I'm trying to think. The Fenrir mod I've had forever, so that's the next Atlas Park episode. Which I think next stream we might take a break from Roger Williams and we'll do our first episode of Atlas Park live. So I'll probably do that then. What else? I mean, frankly, I'm fine just kind of looking. The macaw now. Let's see. Alligator handler is a work in progress, so that's not done. Green Anaconda now. The Lion remaster I did update. I don't know if I'm going to release it. Maned Wolf, forgot about that one. Let's see. Sloth Bear, forgot about that one. And the Wild Boar. I think that's all of them. Oh, and the North American River Otter and the Sea Turtle. I forgot about them as well. So yeah, a lot of mods. I am sitting on an awful lot of mods that, you know, I have yet to release. Is that a bird? I see that is a bird, you see, Leaf. It's a Hylocanth macaw. And they're just flying around the little... I guess you could call it an aviary. It's not really an aviary, though, because it has, you know, monkeys and stuff in it. What's your favorite animal from the Rainforest DLC? I like the anteater as well. I do like anteaters a lot. Second favorite would probably be the jaguar, just because I think I needed it, you know. People like jaguars for the game. So, sup, Dill? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I like snakes. Yep. So yeah, just an awful lot of, you know, mods available. So, now I guess we could probably get started on actual Roger Williams. So, I don't know. We'll take a poll right now. Everyone in the chat, let me know what you guys want to see. Do you guys want me to do the giant otter habitat, the anaconda habitat, or the continuing the monkey habitat? Vote now. So you can just say I either... Actually, you know, we'll scrap anaconda, because I'll just start with the anaconda habitat now, just because I think, you know, that would make the most sense. Just might as well. So let me jump on Zoo Chat, because I don't think I took any reference photos of the Anaconda exhibit, but I know some people have. It's not really crazy. I just know, and this is another reason why I wanted to make it a prop instead of an exhibit animal, is just because I knew that I would want to have like a custom habitat for it, and the exhibit, you know, types are just kind of messy and large, and it just was going to be a mess anyway. So, let's see. Hello, Marco. Welcome to the stream. Monkey. Everyone wants monkeys. Okay, Beal Brothers, though, this is a warning. Stop spamming. Please stop spamming. Yes, everyone stop spamming right now, or I'm going to have to time you guys out. So, let's see. Because now you're making it even harder for me to actually tally votes. Because now I'm having a lot of people, like, you know... Okay, let's see. See, this is the issue. Now with Beal Brothers and Marco, I can't actually tell. Yeah, honestly, like, yeah, please stop. Because I will have either Crocs or me timing you guys out if you guys spam it up like that again. Because now it's tough, because now I can't actually tell how many votes we had for monkey or versus otter. So let's see. 1 monkey, 2 monkey, 3 monkey, 4 monkey, 5 monkey, 6 monkey. I think it was 6 monkeys. Yeah. So I think we are going to be continuing the monkey habitat. So that's fine. But I wanted to quickly do the Anaconda, just because like this half of the map just looks barren. Like I like how lush the center is, and like, you know, this area needs some work as well. I need to do some rock work over there. But yeah, this side just looks depressing. So I want to at least get the Anaconda done, and then we'll work on the monkey habitat. There's 4 otters. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll do monkey, and then if we have time later on in the stream, we'll continue by doing the what's it called? Otter. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. But yeah, so there's a good monkey photo. Green Anaconda exhibit. Thank you, Thylacine. Thylacine coming in clutch with the actual reference photo for our exhibit. So if anyone wants to see what we're working on, I have a bunch of references open, but this is the actual, you know, Thylacine enclosure, or Thylacine enclosure, the Green Anaconda enclosure from Thylacine. He took the photo. So that's what we're going to be basing it off of. Might actually need to make a Thylacine enclosure, though, soon because of the mod. So let's see. Let me jump back in chat. How'd you make the bird? So I used the East Asian wheel prop, and I attached the bird on top of it. And thanks to your donations, I bought a parrot mod, or bought a parrot model online for $3. And I had to doctor it up a bit because it was kind of derpy. But you know, I think if we zoom in, I think that's a perfectly acceptable parrot. You know, it's definitely needs some work on the texturing and stuff. It's shiny right now and whatever. But I thought as a first attempt, you know, because you're probably going to be looking at it either from this angle or from up top anyway. I think it looks fine. But yeah, up close it's a little, like, you know, lower quality. The original plan I was going to do was using the JWE parrot, but, you know, I think it looks okay. Leaf, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, yeah, there you go. So, so thanks to Leaf's donations, you know, I basically, you know, we got that parrot. So, you know, and that parrot will be available for the public and stuff. Just as, like, an extra bonus, I might make a scarlet macaw variant, just because I know scarlet macaws are very common. I think the hylocanth is a good, you know, second bird option, but I think scarlet macaws are really what, you know, people are going to want. So, without further ado, let's start work on the Anaconda habitat. So, Anaconda is going to have water up until a point. So we're gonna raise it up just a little bit. This is gonna be the pain. Because obviously I don't want it to bleed into the exhibit too much, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Now, I can let it kind of spill out a little bit, just because we're gonna be focusing on the actual rock work and stuff. So let's see, I suppose that's about right. And then this is what I was talking about, where I don't really mind, you know, the existence of the rock and stuff poking out, just because we were going to be, you know, replacing it with rock work as is. So let's just quickly throw down some basic rock work here, and then we will kind of modify it a little bit in a second, because I think it needs to be taller, because you're basically looking at the Anaconda from kind of eye level, give or take. Now, what's funny to me is I believe the old Anaconda enclosure was much smaller. They say this is bigger, but this is definitely smaller visually than the old one. So let's see. So if we go back to my reference photo, it's kind of fun actually. I sort of wish that we had this level of freedom with normal exhibit animals, because like it is fun to, you know, work on these kind of like smaller exhibit animal style enclosures. It's just, you know, obviously it's harder to do scale wise, and this is sort of why I was like kind of hesitant about the existence of a Planet Aquarium. It's for this sort of thing where like you can make exhibits like this technically, but it's a lot harder because of the scale. Like all of these objects and stuff are massive, obviously. And so, you know, you're dealing with like really, really big assets to build your like ideal habitats with, and it's just not really ideal. So we're just gonna kind of do this, and then we're gonna decorate the background. So I can't really see it all too well, but let's see. I kind of want to raise the water height just a little bit if I can. Nope, too much, too little. Alright, might have to take the L there. So that'll be the water height that we go with, just because we have to. And I don't really like the sand, so we'll replace it with some soil. And then, if I can, let's just extend it a little bit. I want to just try my best to cover it. Like, I don't want the hole is the big thing. Which, you know, obviously I can get away if I just do something like that. And same thing here. Like, if I just did, like, this, you can kind of cover it up a little bit. Yeah, and that actually looks pretty good. It actually adds some texture to it. Well, see you, Maria. Thanks for dropping by, though. Appreciate you. So let's add our water back now. Too much water. 7.8. And now, this is just kind of knowledge about the zoo that I have found, is the anaconda likes to hang out in this area right here. So that is where we're going to put our anaconda right now. And yeah, so now we have to add in some, I guess there's like vines and sticks. So let's see. Can add like a little stick there. And there are some vines and stuff as well. I think just for now I'm gonna cover up the window, just so that, you know, it's very clear where the, you know, habitat begins and ends. And I'm going to use these flat pieces because I need to build kind of a tropical lush area up top here, because there's like a lot of stuff that likes to hang up there. So we'll throw one of those in and one of those. And then there's our anaconda, and he's chilling. He's floating a little bit, I think, yeah. So let's tilt him a little, and then, yeah, that looks cool. So now if you look in the water, there's a little anaconda, and then you have some rock work and stuff. I think I made the roof a little too short, though, in retrospect. So let's raise it. Yeah, I think I want something closer to this for the angle, or the height of the glass. I like how you can barely even see it just because of the water shader. How does the staff enter the terrarium? I mean, I think technically there's a little, like, door back here that I can probably put in if we really want. I'll do a fake door, but the idea is I believe they can technically reach it through back here. There's like a little door, because all they have to do is basically just place the food in. They don't have to, like, you know, really rummage around and stuff. So we'll just do that now. And same here, just add another rock formation. So there's some vines that I need to throw in. That actually looks perfect. Exactly the way it is. I was very, like, usually, like, getting the like, branches and stuff and vines to, like, you know, work well is usually really difficult, but that worked out very well, actually. Now, this could be a little bit more challenging. So we want that, and then this needs to be, yeah, that looks a lot better now. Now it's more open. Excuse me. There we go. Thank you, Julie. Thank you very much. Love you as always. That's my girlfriend, if anyone isn't aware. She likes to donate during my streams, and I appreciate her. So we'll add one of these little flowers back here. Just give it a little pop of color. And then we need some actual greenery. So let's go to South America. Add maybe like a flower over here or something. There's a little piece of wall sticking up, so let me fix that quick. So let's see, what other little things can we throw in? What's that new palm tree? Palm. This one. I don't like the base of it. I think it's ugly, but the actual, like, palm leaves of it look really good for, like, habitats like this. So I've been using those periodically off camera and stuff. Let's see, tropical. What else could we throw in here? I just want a little bit of greenery on the walls and stuff, like that. And I think that looks good. So yeah, you can look in, there's the green anaconda, and we are good. So that is that. Now, let me, because like I said, I was talking earlier about how I wanted to make sure that the stuff all blends in well, and that does stay true here, where I'm going to make sure that the area around the top and stuff all, you know, matches. So let's use, do I want to use these? Probably not. Bird's nest fern, that's always a good choice. Because we just need to decorate this. Sort of like, if anyone remembers World of Adaptations, it's sort of a similar vibe where you have to kind of just, you know, litter the top of areas that can sort of be seen with foliage. But the difficult part here is going to be choosing foliage specifically that isn't going to poke through at the bottom. So rhubarb's a good choice. Those are a good choice. I do love these orchids. They give a little splash of color. Mangrove, do I want to add them? That might be too much. I'm not really a fan of that. I know a lot of people use that, the what's it called, the scaevola. I don't really use it at all. I don't think it really fits anything super great. That's way too much tree. Could probably throw in one of those. Because I just need, like, kind of bushes. That's why, like, I guess the rhubarb sort of works decent enough. As long as I mix it. Like, rhubarb, if I, like, place it around sort of like this, it looks good. And then I can add in some of those, like, elephant plants and stuff. Elephant ear plants. And maybe just one or two, like, kind of taller plants that'll poke up. Kind of like that. Yeah, that looks good. And actually, just as a basis, I'm going to also throw down that new, what's that thing called? It's like a sheet of foliage, basically. I forget what it was called. The planted wooden panel. Just kind of throw some of that down. Just so that area is just nice and green. That looks good. Alright, so now we can begin work on the monkeys. I want to go back to monkey. And we are back. Welcome back to monkeys. So, if I remember correctly, and I could be totally off base here, but I believe the monkey habitat has a little rockwork piece down here. Not crazy about that bleeding over. Does anyone else like have that kind of like OCD level with building in the game where you'd never want it to, like, if you want to make a fake rock wall or something, sort of like I am, you never want to make it bleed into the next room? Or, like, do you guys just not care? Like, would you just be like, whatever, it's not really poking out. It's not a big deal. Because for me, it bothers me. Like, if I do something like that. Like, just that, even though it's not much, it's just a little bit that's just kind of annoying me. Welcome back, Planet Zoo Master. Let's see. Yeah, it does bother you guys. Yeah, exactly. Like, it just annoys me. It's a stupid little thing, but it does go like a long way to, like, you know, being really obnoxious. So, like, I try to avoid it. And, like, even the same thing, like, I had some plants earlier that I was messing around with, and I explicitly made sure that they weren't poking out of the glass of the, you know, building and stuff. Well, thanks for dropping by, Neil. You know, thank you as always for, you know, supporting the channel and stuff. And I will see you. So, okay. That's fine, but this is another situation where it's like, I don't want the rocks to poke out the building, but at the same time, like, it's blocking the door now. So here's how we're gonna fix this. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna do a fake door. Like that. So even though there's rock and stuff covering it, we're gonna do a fake door. And I think for once, we'll use the Arctic door. Because I think, weirdly enough, it actually fits. Though the African door probably looks better, now that I'm thinking about it, because it's bamboo. Yep. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Arctic set. I was maybe going to use you for once in your entire life, but nope. Africa wins once again. Do. I'm probably gonna get, like, copyrighted just for, like, humming a very monotone version of Africa by Toto. But there we go. I think that looks good. I do want to get rid of the white, though. No detailing. So, yep, they come in, you know, look at the monkeys, feed the monkeys, do whatever. What the haps on the crabs? What's up, Sawdust? Welcome to the stream. We're working on the monkey habitat, sort of like we did yesterday. Trying to figure out, do I want to use the Himalayan pine? We need some, like, kind of, like, branches that are, like... I guess I could use the African logs. I always, like, say stuff like that where I'm like, we need this, and it's like, well, we sort of have it. It's just, you know, not exactly what I need. Well, like, this is, like, essentially what I needed, but, like, I wanted to just complain. Like, we need this! Wait, we have that. Never mind. I'm just being obnoxious. So we'll add that branch there, and then we add another branch over here. This enclosure is going to be an awful lot of branches and ropes. And I don't even know if monkeys can climb up the faux tree. So that's going to be interesting too, because I could be making all of these details on the faux tree and stuff that the game won't even be able to have the monkeys climb up. So this is going to be another situation, trying to make sure that the rocks don't poke out. So I see they are just a little bit, so we're going to try to fix that now. But this is kind of like the only depressing part about Face of the Rainforest. If all the exhibits in Face of the Rainforest looked like the center of the building, I'd be totally cool with it. I think that it would be a really nice, you know, tropical America building. But since the majority of the actual big animal habitats, like the tamandua, the otters, and the, you know, monkeys in this case, have, like, kind of these, like, very fake-looking enclosures that look like they were made back in, like, the 80s. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just... It's weird, because it's not really better than what the old habitat was, in my opinion. It's just kind of the same, just slightly different. So I think in this corner, the faux rock kind of pokes out a little bit, like a lip. But that's definitely, yeah, I was like, before I even do anything, I'm like, yep, that's going to poke through the other side, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Sure is. But it's okay. We can just fix it up by making a custom one here. This one's another one. Probably will poke out a little bit, but, you know, we'll try not to. No, it's good on that side. Good on that side. Oh, that actually surprises me. Don't forget about the balcony things in the back. Yeah, so if anyone can get me some good reference images of this build, because like I have my images that I have in obviously zoo chat and stuff, but the big thing for me is it's really difficult to get reference images without glare on a lot of this stuff, and because of that glare, I'm not able to see a lot, like, you know, past a certain distance. So, like, I can see right now, like, some of the basic things, like the tree branches and stuff that go out, but at a certain point, I literally can't see a thing. And so any little details in the back of the exhibit, I can't really make out. So if anyone out there, you know, lives in the area, has had their own images, etc., let me know, because, you know, that would be very helpful. Because I want to go for accuracy. It's just really difficult sometimes, like, without taking creative liberties. Because I hate that, you know, whenever I need to do that sort of thing. It just bothers me because, like, I know that, you know, I can, like, just, like, if I went to the zoo or whatever and, like, took reference photos, like, it'd be fine. But I always, because that was the thing that for a while Julie would yell at me about, because every time I went to the zoo, I'd have to take reference photos, just because as great as zoo resources like Zoo Chat are, and, you know, I've gone many times to do, like, you know, reconnaissance missions and stuff to, like, you know, collect photos. There's often at least, you know, one or two little things that I'll just start working on, and then it'll be like, oh, yep, you totally missed this or something. And that just seems almost unavoidable at this point. Southwick's wins for me because of its rarities. Oh, are you now going into the debate of best New England zoo? The ongoing thing? Because I totally understand what Crocs is saying about, like, you know, Southwick's is equal because of, you know, is equal to Roger Williams, because I think that's the biggest thing, is Roger Williams wins the contest hands down if you're going off of cleanliness and quality of the zoo. If you are fine if you want to go to a nice zoo in New England that is going to have a lot of nice exhibits with, you know, a decent amount of, you know, big animals, so elephants, giraffes, zebras, etc., then you will enjoy your time at Roger Williams. Southwick's is a roadside zoo. You can try to argue it's a roadside zoo. It's called Southwick's Animal Farm for a reason, because it's a roadside zoo. However, it's a really big and expensive roadside zoo, to where they are easily the most expensive zoo in New England by, like, a long shot. This might be too big. Yeah, this is way too big. They have, like, a little, like, carrier thing for the monkeys. So I need something like half the size. So this is literally the same size. Are they all the same size? That beads thing is, yeah. Let's see. What could I use instead? I may seem dumb, but I've wondered why people put at. Oh, it's just because it, like, alerts that person. If you put at in front of someone's name, it'll just alert that person, like you're directly talking to them. But yeah, like, Roger Williams is, I mean, the big thing, like I said, that I've always said that Roger Williams has the leg up on Southwick's right now is the fact they have elephants and Southwick's doesn't. Take that aspect away, Southwick's probably is better, just because you can see everything that you want at Roger Williams, but see more, because they do have big cats, they do have chimpanzees. Now, the chimpanzee enclosure, like, I don't even, like, it's weird, because they are the only holder of chimpanzees in New England, and yet I don't even count them as having apes. Like, because their chimpanzees don't act or look like like normal chimpanzees at any other zoo. They like have this habitat that was designed for rhinos, and it shows. And it's just, yeah, they like do nothing because there's no climbing frames or anything. There's just kind of one tree. And so, like, they don't, it's funny because any other zoo, chimpanzees would be the star attraction, right? Where, like, oh my god, you go to the National Zoo, I could stare at the chimpanzees all day. Or not the chimpanzees, but the orangutans or something. But in the case of specifically Southwicks, yeah, like, their chimpanzees do nothing. And so, like, I don't know, I feel like that is a thing with New England, I found. Because even at Franklin Park, I've heard, like, their gorillas are sort of similar. Because they have, like, an indoor enclosure and stuff. And they don't really leave and stuff. So they have gorillas, technically, but they don't act like gorillas. Happy and healthy, intelligent gorillas that you'd find somewhere like the Bronx Zoo or, like, the National Zoo or something like that. It's really weird. And then obviously Southwick's had, the big thing is they have, you know, things like rhinos and big cats. They have all three big cats that you could have. So every other zoo in New England has usually one or two big cats. I mean, but we, like, so Roger Williams has cheetahs, right? Stone has jaguars. Capron has lions. Beardsley has leopards and tigers. But if you want, you know, lions, tigers, leopards, and cheetahs, Southwick's is the way to go. And I think York has lions and tigers, but I don't think they have leopards. So, you know, Southwick's is definitely the place to go if you want big cats. And I'm trying to think of, like, any other pluses or minuses to the two zoos. I love Southwick's mandrill enclosure. I totally agree. I think Southwick's has an awesome mandrill enclosure. It's really, it's weird because it's, like, juxtaposed to, like, how mediocre the other habitats are. Like, I don't think something like their, like, I think their tiger enclosure is fine, but I hate their lion enclosure. There isn't a single zoo in all of New England that has a good lion enclosure. Southwick's has, like, a really boring lion enclosure. They have a mediocre rhino enclosure because it's just an old elephant enclosure. Oh, they do have servals. Yep, you're right about that. They have a lot of small cats as well because they have, yeah, they have servals and like the other issue is, like, they go through animals really quickly. So I think on the what episode was it? It might have been the Wallaby episode of Roger Williams where we were talking about binturongs and how Southwick's had binturong for, like, a week and then they just went, nah, never mind. Like, and, like, that was just super weird how they went from having them to not really, really quickly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, because I like snow leopards. I definitely like snow leopards, which is something that Southwick's doesn't have, surprisingly. But, you know, I think it's just most people, when they want to go to a zoo, want to go for the big three, which are lion, tiger, and leopard. And that is where Southwick's kind of, you know, has always made its money. Because Southwick's, when they had elephants, was an open and shut case of, like, they dominated New England zoos. They had everything you could possibly want in a zoo. And all the others, like, combined, still probably couldn't even match them. Because they were the only holders of rhinos. They were, you know, they had, you know, African and Asian elephants, which, you know, like, Buttonwood is Asian, or has Asians. Roger Williams is African. They had both. Many zoos like Capron had have lions, but they had lions and tigers. And then they also got leopards and stuff. It was just nuts. The only thing that Southwick's weirdly has never had and I was talking to Dill about this, is they've never had a bear species, which is kind of weird. Because they've, every other New England zoo has a bear species, be it, you know, in the past we've had, obviously, polar bears is, like, kind of the big one that always floats around. But even beyond polar bears, there was, Roger Williams has moon bears, and, I believe Stone has black bear, and Capron has sloth bear, and, like, basically all these different, like, bear species are at all of these different zoos, except Southwick's has nothing. They don't have a single bear. Though it's not stopping them from trying. They've always tried to get everything. Like, whenever any zoo in New England was, like, even, like, teetering on bankruptcy or something, they would always be like, we're prepared to take on all their animals. It's like, what do you, like, what, why would you get them? Like, a lot of these are, like, AZA accredited facilities, so it would make a lot more sense for, as an example, like, let's say Capron didn't do well, right? It would make far more sense for something like Roger Williams to take their animals than Southwick's. However, like, I think when Franklin Park went under, that was, like, a thing. They were like, we're prepared to take all their animals. It's like, what do you mean? Like, why? And luckily Stone was the one that got them. And from what I hear, Stone is a very, it's not a big zoo, but it's a well put together zoo and really nice. But yeah, like, that was, like, a weird thing where they're like, oh yeah, we'll take their animals. It's like, where? What? You don't have the space nor the, you know, like, you already have stuff like lions and tigers. Like, what do you mean you're just gonna take their animals? You physically don't have the room. But, you know, they were like, nope, we'll find room for them. Because that's a good thing where, aside from Franklin Park's hippos and gorillas, I don't really see any value to any of the animals that Franklin Park has that Southwick's already doesn't. You know, like, their giraffes and stuff, maybe. Because they have, like, Maasai giraffe, and so, but that would be a case where, like, I'm sure they would just botch that, like, potential, because they'd start a breeding pair with their, like, generic giraffes with their Maasai giraffes or something. Like, I think in a worst-case scenario, a lot of the New England zoos would probably have traded a lot. So it would have probably been something along the lines of, okay, Roger Williams takes on the remaining Maasai giraffes, as well as, like, something like the lions or something, because we don't have them. And then, you know, a bunch of, like, little things like that would have just been traded around, instead of just one definitive, like, oh yeah, this is what you get, and whatever. So let's see. I think I want to add this bar. I like the little glass bar. I'm not crazy about the supports that it gives, but I like the bar. Now, let us do the outside. So, if I can, I will try to do the outside right now. Stop recording right quick, and I can catch up on the chat a little bit. Sorry, I don't have pictures of the monkey enclosure. That's not a big deal. Oh, is it having issues loading right now? That might just be YouTube again. They've been having issues the last few days. The full story was that New England was not doing well around 2009. Southwick said they could take Franklin's gorillas and Stone's snow leopards, among other things. Luckily, both zoos got, yeah, exactly. Like, I hate that logic of Southwick's is just like, oh yeah, we'll just kind of poach whatever, you know, the stuff we don't already have, we'll poach from you, but then, you know, what about the other animals? Oh, well, sorry, we don't have value for them, but we'll take gorillas. You know, we can have, and it's like, where are you supposed to put them? You don't have room for your existing chimpanzees. Where are you supposed to put gorillas? Where are you supposed to put snow leopards? Like, there's just physically not enough space at Southwick's. They're pretty utilized with everything they already have. You can maybe argue they could dig into their kind of like elk forest where they have their train section right now. You could probably do something with that, but like there's not a lot of room. So let me try to find the monkey outdoor habitat. I need to figure out what I want to do about the chain link, because that's going to be difficult to manage. Because for those who don't know, like they both the monkey habitat outdoor area as well as the indoor tamanduá habitat have this kind of like chain meshing over the entire top of them. This would be super easy in Prehistoric Kingdom, but you know, we're kind of limited with Planet Zoo, of course. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So this is the outdoor monkey enclosure. So I'm thinking, and because I already have the mesh down, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of use the same technique I used with the lattice pieces for the gibbet. Now, the issue with that is monkeys can climb out. So that's kind of a thing that I'm not really a fan of, and sort of where I wish that, you know, they could literally just like, you could select the whole chain link outdoor area and then just be like, add a roof. But unfortunately, that's not an option right now. So we'll have to see. But let me kind of get started with that. Let me see if I can jump, because right now, like, I need like a third monitor essentially, but I want to see if I can hop in the chat right now on my phone so that I can, you know, see what you guys are saying in real time. So let's see. Yeah, this is a much better option for me. So let's just kind of start on the monkey again. So we can start by adding the fencing around the fencing, which is going to be weird, but, you know, it'll make sense in the end, I'm sure. But, you know, that'll hopefully work out. So please don't have issues connecting or anything. That's it. That's really the big thing that I'm afraid of with this, is just that the fences not wanting to connect, like sort of like this. Just because they're going to be too close to existing fences. But most realistic zoos, I'd say, have this sort of fence design where they have like two sort of fences that connect up. So we can do that, and then we do that, and we're good. Okay. So next up, we want to add in the poles, or the kind of scaffolding type thing. Kind of want to use gutter pieces. I don't know how good of an idea that is, though. Probably not. Architecture. What do we got for walls, columns? That's too thick. That could work. I'm not opposed to that at all. The painted metal rods from the Australia pack. Yeah, I think I might use these. So we'll make them kind of like an off grayish color. My stomach started growling. I didn't eat lunch today. That was a poor decision on my part. And I think I might want to go even a little bit darker, just so that they really appear well. Monkey, what species? So this is 3 different monkey species. This is TT monkeys, howler monkeys, and Saki monkeys. White-faced Saki monkeys. And like I said, I'm going to have to get creative with how I do the roof. Because I truly have little to no idea on how I want to pull that off. It's also going to let us like decorate the outside a little bit, because I know that's kind of been a thing that we've been ignoring a little bit, is what the outside of the building looks like. But I think it's going to look pretty good. Because the only creative liberty I also took with this area is technically the path is gravel, which I can't really accomplish right now, just because even though we have gravel pathing, we don't have a solid enough gravel that I would be able to cover up all of the non-path area like I was able to using plaster with the asphalt. So that is kind of just a limitation of the game specifically, why I had to make that design choice. But, you know, I think that people would probably be willing to forgive me about something like that, just because that's not really my fault. I just feel like it would just look gross if I tried any other pathing. Like if I tried to use the gravel path and then cover it with plaster, you'd have all these little splotches of just pure gray on top of the, you know, clean gray. So let's do that. That's looking good. Hello, Andy. Welcome to the stream. I know you've been upset that you haven't been able to make it to streams for a bit. So, hopefully this can accommodate that as well. Because I tried to appeal to Americans as much as my Europeans as I can. Now, the only thing is, like, I was planning on doing the stream today at my normal time, which is 1 o'clock, but I got a call that was like, listen, you know, this is important, so I had to, like, take that, and then that kind of, you know, pushed me to be like, no, I have to kind of delay it, so I just delayed it to the same time that I did yesterday, which seemed to work for people. Like, a lot of Americans seem to like it. It's kind of like the just got out of school, no matter what time zone you're in, time frame. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Andy. We are working on monkeys. Well, monkey habitats. I worked on monkeys the last few days. This is always annoying. Is like when you have like a long stretch of things or whatever, but then you have to like try to line it up with the correct angle afterward. So like right now I have to kind of line up this whole area the best I can. And the longer it is, the harder it is to get the angle right. But I think I got it. That worked out okay enough, I'd say. Yeah, you like this time slot? Yeah, I think it's not bad. I think it works decent enough, and because I was saying how it's a nice balance between, you know, kind of like, you know, if the Europeans really wanted to watch, right, it's only 6 hours ahead. So, you know, it's still not ideal that, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night. But 11 o'clock at night for people on the internet is nothing. You know what I mean? I know people that'll be, like, up until 2, 3 in the morning or whatever over in Europe watching live streams for, like, S-Stand. So, like, you know, I don't think it's that absurd to be like, oh, yeah, can you make it to my stream at 9 o'clock at night or whatever, or 10 o'clock at night, ending at latest midnight? Like, I don't think it's that unreasonable. And like I said, for the US, it's good because it allows all of my American, you know, fans, be it in, you know, the East Coast, West Coast, whatever, it's kind of right outside of school. And so even if people on the West Coast maybe like, you know, they have to show up a little bit later, they'll still make it to the stream in time, like with plenty of time to spare. So I think that's kind of a perk of it. But obviously, totally understand if, you know, I just can't accommodate everyone. That I've sort of accepted that. Where like especially some of my Australian users and stuff just can't do it. 11 is too late. It's really late. I mean, it's really late if you're like a child, like a young child who, you know, has a bedtime and stuff. But like 11 isn't absurdly late for most. I would say most people. It's late, but I remember when I was a kid, like, you know, I would stay up till like midnight, you know, on school nights, like to watch a given show or something. I remember when I forget what the time frame was. I had to be like maybe like 11 or something. But like me and my brother, because we shared a bedroom, like would always just like end the night by like watching like the WWE. And I can't say like we were even like fans of wrestling, but we were just like it was just the thing we did before we went to bed. It was really weird. That was probably like around the time that like John Cena and stuff was, you know, like popular and stuff. I wake up as the stream ends. Well, so there you go. Like, you know, and that's the thing, is Trico's in Australia. So, you know, that's usually the hardest kind of group to accommodate is Australia. But, you know, if he can make it, you know, I don't think it's too unreasonable. I think it works for everyone. Because again, you know, if Trico's here now, we're good. Because Trico is going to be able to, you know, or if Trico's here, what I'm saying is, like, he still has a good hour and a half left in the stream to watch. So, that's, like, not really that bad, I'd say. Now, granted, it is very early for him. I know he's been doing a lot of crazy stuff lately, like, just because all his friends are in America and, like, stuff like that, he's been, like, getting up at, like, weird hours, like 4 in the morning and whatever. But I'm in England. Would you be mad if I became a king member tomorrow and you make another monkey? You know what? If you support the channel, I am fine making literally whatever. I did say that. I was like, I will do whatever. I can roll my eyes at some requests. But I will make whatever within reason, because like as long as everyone like is still like okay accommodating my request that it is going to be a replacement, I'm not doing a full replacement male female yada yada yada. If people are cool with that, you know, I'm fine making whatever monkey or, you know, what have you want me to make. And put it this way, I've gotten pretty good at, like, even though I'm kind of, like, you know, like, bored of making monkeys, I'm getting good at them, because I'm understanding how their rigs work and stuff, so it's totally fine. There are a few Australians who make it to the Wolgamut stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, like, you know, I definitely understand there's, like, some, you know, Australians and stuff that are able to do that. Adding the mesh is going to be such a pain. I can already tell. This is going to be the given all over again. But I get to do it live now, and I get to make you guys suffer alongside me. Just because Frontier refuses to add chain link, you know, wall pieces. And I've had a lot of people, like, even, like, request, like, hey, Nick, can you make that a mod? And I'm still, like, unfortunately not really, because, like, in order to, like, you know, make a usable chain link fence piece, I'd have to literally make something that would be a lot of polygons that just wouldn't be very optimized for the game at all. Because I can't currently make... Because I don't think there's any wall types that have transparency in them aside from glass and stuff. So what I would, like, as an example, I would use this chain link fence texture that the actual fences use, but I wouldn't be able to make that into a wall. So, like, that's kind of the annoying thing. Is every little bit of the wall would be geometry, which is just absurd, because chain link is just literally nothing but X's. So that's a lot of polygons for one wall set. Yes, as an Australian, I can confirm we're paid actors. You're getting paid. You're getting paid. What the heck? Did you guys see that glitch? I can't be the only one that was seeing that, right? Like the... Yeah. Do you see that? It's not lining up. I think it's the LOD, actually. So, yeah, the further away I get, the worse the LOD gets. Because I was like, yeah, why is it turning into a flat image as I get closer and closer to this bar? But yeah, that explains it. It's just the LOD swapping over. So fun fact, as you get further and further away from metal, it'll turn into that. Hello, Paleo Artie. Welcome to the stream. Alright. So I think we're all in agreement. Lattice is probably the piece of choice for creating a mesh roof. I believe. I think we're all in agreement on that. Could be wrong, but I will try it out. So, I believe, if I look, I think I had a custom piece I created. Yes. That is a bunch of lattice, you know, all on top of one another. Just for these specific, you know, ideas where I need a lot of lattice all at once. So we'll just kind of do this. And just hope for the best that it all looks good in the end. Oh boy, here we go. And this is where we immediately get lost, because now the lattice is going to be diagonal. So this is where you get a lot of overlapping stuff, and this is what I don't like, but I don't really see any way around it. This is always frustrating. So I guess we're just going to have to deal with the fact that it sort of overlaps a little bit, because there's not really a way around that. I can try to delete any duplicates afterward, but we're going to get this gross kind of meshing after. Because has anyone found a better technique for doing like mesh roofs yet? Or is this still essentially the best option we have? Okay, now now we get to do this angle. Yay. It just makes such ugly patterns like along the sides. And that's the only thing I don't like. Like that. Yeah, I guess that doesn't cover it. I'm just, like, really paranoid that, like, you know, it's not all gonna line up and stuff. So sort of like this, like just... And I'm debating if I even really want the mesh, because, for exhibits like the snow leopard, I had the mesh originally, and then I totally got rid of it because it makes the inside kind of look gross. It does this. Though, this isn't terrible. Like, you know, I've definitely seen much worse. This doesn't look horrible or anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to delete this piece. And then these pieces, I can just kind of push in a little bit. No one will notice that. Or can I delete them? No, I do need them, at least on that end. But I can push them in without it being an issue. What habitat are you building? This is the monkey habitat. What species of monkey? The monkey habitat. For all the monkeys. All the monkeys. But yeah, it's for 3 different types of monkeys. So that's why we're just calling it the monkey habitat. That can work. A little overlap, but it's not terrible looking. It's certainly not great, but definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen. And hopefully, at least by the end of the stream, because I want to, you know, once we're done with this stupid mesh, because I'm glad you guys are, I feel like I'm, you know, if anyone's seen, like, Just Goran streams, where, like, he does all of his, like, you know, I'm making a sign, and, like, that's the whole stream. I feel like that's sort of what this is, where it's like, you know, welcome to the mesh stream. I mean, we built the Anaconda habitat, at least, so, like, you know, that's kind of, you know, I feel somewhat productive. So let's try to delete these. Because just anywhere you can, just try to delete duplicates. So if we go in here, just kind of just want to delete that. Delete that little section. In the beginning, there was one type of monkey. The monkey. Universal monkey. All of that just to remove that section, but I don't actually even want to remove it, so that's fun. Okay. We are slowly but surely getting somewhere, I believe. Where we're getting is monkey habitat. We're not getting there fast, but we're getting there. Still waiting for the mesh DLC. Exactly. Like, I don't think, like, I worry we're never gonna get one. And, like, because I like, the logical place to put them would be in an aviary DLC. I really doubt we're gonna get an aviary DLC on its own. Because, like, to me, that would just be such a terrible idea for a DLC, where it's like, it's nothing but birds. It's like, okay, so you add a whole new mechanic for 4 animals. Okay, and then you break it down. It's like, what birds you choosing, huh? Frontier? You going with, okay, presumably, obvious choice, scarlet macaw, right? That would kind of be like the uh, emperor penguin / red kangaroo of that pack. You'd assume is the scarlet macaw. But then after that, what other birds you choosing? Because there's a lot of bird options, and like I don't think any of them are more or less obvious than the others. And so, like, yeah, I would just genuinely, like, wonder about that, like, what the plan would be. I want flying birds because of flamingos. If you give them big enough space, they'll flap their wings, so the animation's there. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Like, I think it'd be cool if we get, yeah, flamingos, flying and stuff. It's just, like, there's just not enough birds in general, I think, that you could justify the update. Or put it this way, I think you could justify having flying birds. I just can't imagine it'll be its own dedicated DLC with nothing but birds. Because, we got 4 aquatic animals and people already stopped playing that. Imagine if we got just 4 birds. What's the difference between, even if it was like a golden eagle and a scarlet macaw, what's the difference between the 2 aviaries other than the biome? Like, there's not really a lot of difference in design of aviaries. And so the whole thing. Now, I mean, the plus of that update would be, again, fixing this mess where I don't have to manually go in with lattice pieces to create chain link. But I don't know. I think there's just a solution that, is somewhere in the middle of, or somewhere along the lines of, we're getting birds, but they're part of another DLC. Like, we get flying birds, but they're part of a, like, maybe Asia. Like, I know, like, that wouldn't have, that's not going to happen. We just got aquatic. They're not going to add flying immediately. Though that would be awesome. But, like, that would be a situation where, like, I almost would say, like, just make a South America 2 or something. Like, if they made a South America 2 with maned wolf, capybara, and then flying birds, I'd be fine with that. And at that rate, I would also add in the spectacled bear just so that we get all the bear species. Like the only other one we'd be missing is sloth bear. So I would just say throw that in. But I think we're finally done with the mesh, so let's actually start on the habitat. I know we've been, like, kind of like screwing around with the mesh for a bit, but let's actually make this look kind of pretty. So the actual exhibit does have grass, believe it or not. They did actually put grass in this habitat. Because, like, sometimes that's the other thing, is I use sand and dirt to, like, mark out all of my builds and stuff, but, like, I sometimes, like, just, like, lose sight of, like, what the final product is supposed to look like, because I'm just focusing on just sand and dirt, and that's it. When, like, this is a good example where it's like, oh yeah, no, like, this area over here is meant to be dirt, but that area is supposed to be grass, or sand, or whatever. If they made it aviary yeah, you need more than 5 species. Like, that would be the thing. Is, like, unless they truly are planning on making more than 5 species, and I think to justify a bird pack, you need at least 10, because that's just, birds just don't look good without other birds. You can't just have a scarlet macaw representing all parrots. You need scarlet macaw, and blue and gold macaw, and hylocanth macaw, and green macaw, and toucan, and, like, all of this stuff next to each other, or else it just looks weird. Like, and that's just it's the fish argument as well. Like, you can't just have a clownfish. It'd look really weird as a pack. Oh, we had a shark, a clownfish, and that's it. Like, is that a good pack at that point? Like, I don't know. But I know, in my opinion, it really isn't. So let's see. Working on tree branches. Desperately want birds, even if it's unlikely. I could see them doing more than 4 if they're reskinned. Yeah, that would be the way I would do it. If I was them, I would make one. I would go for birds that are very, very similar, and then work with that. So I would specify, like, make a parrot, and then make like a ton of skins for it, and then like that way you're able to, like, get the Hylicanth macaw and the scarlet macaw and the blue and gold macaw and stuff. And then it's like, okay, well, now you have a lot of birds. Okay, cool. And same thing, like you make golden eagle, make the bald eagle as well. You make and try to steer clear of very, very niche birds. Like, I know some people would want stuff like a king vulture or something. That's a niche bird. You probably want to steer clear of it. Kookaburra, you want to steer clear of it, because those niche birds are the ones that are going to be your trouble areas, because they're going to be the ones that you're basically going to make a brand new rig and model for, and then you can't really do anything with because there's nothing similar to it. So those are definitely ones that I would definitely want them to, like, mess with, but be smart about it. Like, and I have to give them credit. Like, Frontier's never been stupid with how they make animals. And I think, because put it this way, they could have done that with Planet Zoo as well. I think they did hear the backlash from Zoo Tycoon 3, though, and that's why we didn't get nearly as many clone animals as we could have. Because even though people complain about, why didn't we get the Siberian tiger? That's a clone. True, but could have been a lot worse. Could have got Sumatran tiger and Himalayan tiger and Bengal tiger and Siberian tiger and, like, all these, like, other tiger species. Well, we just got the one. And, I definitely understand, they did this weird precedent to now it's confusing what is and isn't, fair game, because it is weird that, okay, Arctic wolf is a DLC animal, and we're like, well, what? Wait, what? Then why did you even include the timber wolf in the base game? Because that'd be like a perfect example. I feel like the timber wolf, if it wasn't in the base game, no one would have even bat an eye. If a wolf wasn't in the base game, no one would have cared. And then if you threw that in the DLC, that would have sold that DLC like hotcakes. Like, if I was them, I wouldn't have even put the Timberwolf in the base game. I would have literally just made Timberwolf with the Arctic Wolf skin as a DLC. I think that would have been the smarter PR move, because that pack on its own just felt like, oh, well, it's just the polar bear pack. Well, this is kind of lame. Like, we need it because we need polar bears, but, like, it just feels like you're scamming us. But I think that would have been way cooler. It was doing this on Twitch a while ago where it just randomly went nuts and delayed the stream a ton. Is it doing that thing? Because I know YouTube, like, yesterday had, like, a ton of issues like that, or it was literally just not... it was lagging like crazy. So hopefully it's not doing that, but if it is, I do apologize. It's just... YouTube the last few days has been, like, really messy. I don't know what's up with it, but it is frustrating. So I hear you. I hear your pain. Hello, Miss Queen. Welcome to the stream. We are working on a monkey habitat. So we're working on a modded monkey habitat. So we're gonna, hopefully by the end of the stream, we could probably get some monkeys in here. The howler monkey and the TT, or not the TT monkey, the what's the other one I showed off already? The Saki monkey. We could probably get those in at least. Now, their skins, just due to the amount of monkeys I had, I only made the male equivalents of the monkeys, so I do apologize if, people wanted, like, tannish howler monkeys or something like that. But, hopefully, things will be better in the future. Haribo is playing Planet Zoo. Maybe he's working on the administration building. Because he is working on that for me. So I don't know when he'll get that done, but you know, that'll be fun to place in the habitat when we're, or not in the habitat, but in the park once we're all good. Let's see. Cool name for the stream. I was intrigued. See, it's funny you mentioned that it's a cool name, because I thought it was like the exact opposite. I thought it was a really boring name, because I was thinking of naming something else like snake related, or like something like tongue in cheek, but like related to the thing. But like I just kind of went with something very, you know, like, well, we're continuing Face of the Rainforest, so that's what we're doing. That's, you know, it's not deceptive. It's just you know exactly what you're getting. If you saw part 1, you know, or part 2, because we've been working on it the last few days, you'll know exactly what you're coming and what you're gonna get here. So let's add a little bit of dirt to the monkey habitat. Maybe they, like, you know, ran around the habitat a little bit, you know, something like that. There's not much in the way of actual, like, what's it called? Like design or anything. Like, you know, it's kind of an empty, barren outside, but you know, I think it's just it's a smaller, nicer habitat, I'd say. So I need a second door, because there's like a little maintenance door on the side, so we'll try to throw that in as well. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna make it an implied door, because I don't even feel like dealing with the actual system and stuff. Let's see, architecture, or no, what am I doing? I need the door. Where's the door? And we need a double door. I double door dare you. We need more, like, modern doors. Like, I think, like, the New World doors, like, look fine, but they're not... Like, this one looks... This is actually exactly what I need. Just please tell me it's dyeable. Please be redyeable. Yes, thank God. No, it's not. It's not. I got all excited for nothing. What about you? Are you dyeable? Yeah, you are. Okay. You're close enough, actually, anyway. I would have preferred the square windows, but I think this is fine. There we go. The light's refracting off it really weird. With that being said, I think we're done with the monkey enclosure. So, I think, yeah, I kind of, you know, am taking a little bit of a creative liberty. I just want to add a little bit of ground texture to this area. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a couple little bushes, and not really bushes, but just, you know, like some leaves or something that might have fallen on the ground, something like that. Just to kind of, like, you know, give it, you know, some sort of look, like, you know, it's lived in. And let's give it some toys. What kind of monkey toys could we throw in here? Add a little water dish. I could add one in here as well, because they can actually get inside. So, frankly, I'm hoping they're able to actually, like, you know, maneuver around this place. Because I have a feeling that could be a thing where they're just going to be like, yeah, but, you know, it kind of sucks in here because we can't do anything. Suspended forager. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie. Mine was lagging so far. It's good after you refresh. Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry about that. It's just YouTube, because I know Drew was having issues with that too. It's just the stream just doesn't want to, you know, work appropriately the way it's supposed to, because it's just laggy. But I think we're ready for monkeys. Who's ready for some monkeys? Monkey time. Get your monkey hats on. Monkey time. We'll throw in a trade center. Probably right there. That's fine by me. Leg. Oh no, I'm not making it for implied birth. This is all going to be legit monkeys. We're going to get some monkeys in here. It is lagging though. The actual game's lagging right now. I hate the... This is a reason I hate the path and fence system beyond just the, oh, well, I don't get it to do what I want. If you select them wrong, they just explode on you. Like, items like trade centers or something, like, the game just doesn't like you using. And it gets, like, kind of frustrating sometimes. So there we go. So, you know, we have someone who can, you know, jump in. Hello, Animated Studios. Oh, Montezuma, you know, welcome to the stream. We are about to add the monkeys. So, just so that we get a bunch of monkeys, because, you know, technically there's 3 of each, I think. They have, like, 3 TT monkeys, 3 Saki monkeys, or I guess 2 now. One just passed away. Their eldest male, and a couple of howler monkeys, and the howler monkeys have a baby as well. So, let's see. So, howler monkeys, or we'll add the Saki monkeys first. So we'll add in 3 Saki monkeys. Oh, is this not a valid habitat? I totally forgot about that, actually. So let's see. That's good, that's good, that's good. It's gotta be just this area, right? Yep. Literally just this little section needs a connecting point. Let's see. What do we got? Connect this section up. I'm gonna even have it bleed in a little bit to the normal section. Oh, see you, Salami. Thanks for dropping by. You are laggy. I know I am laggy. It's big builds like this. The other issue is you'll get a group or something that'll have like 50,000 things on it or something, and it just makes it, you know, a real pain. But, you know, hopefully we will be all good very soon. YouTube's just, you know, YouTube's being YouTube. All right. Oh, is this all connected? So is that connected now? Yep, this is a viable habitat now. So cool. So let's add in our howler monkeys and our Saki monkeys. And then we'll have to throw in a vet because currently it can't access anywhere else. But that's fine. we are going to drop that off, and now we can look at our nice little... Let's just admire what we've built so far as it lags. Lag indeed. We'll just look at the pretty parrots. Look at the parrots. I have noticed this though, if you give the game a minute or so, it'll stop lagging. Like the game almost needs to like catch up practically. But yeah. So there's our little parrots. We'll admire them. So there's our parrots. We can look at our sloth. He's chilling. And are the monkeys dropped off yet? Oh, here's our monkeys. I'm curious because I'm guaranteeing they're going to be able to escape, but I'm not sure where. Because I don't know if they're going to be able to even maneuver around this tree. That's the other thing. So here's our first howler monkey. So let's... I just want to see his navigatable, you know, situation. Oh, he can climb the tree. Excellent. That actually is really good. So he can climb the tree. And but he can probably escape outside, right? Yep, exactly. This is what I feared. But it looks like, surprisingly enough, I think it just has to do with the fact that this is chain link, and so I just need to make it so that it's climb proof, and then they should be good. So climb proof. I can't really tell if it's the left side or the right side. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate the donation. Thank you for the super. You yourself are super. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the stream. So let's check in on our howler monkey navigation now. Now we're good. This is perfect, actually. So they can climb up that tree. They can come in outside. Yeah, I think this is awesome, actually. So yeah, I am very, very excited. Let's look at our howler monkey. Check this guy out. He's a big, strong howler monkey. I wish I could make them howl, but, you know, I physically, you know, can't do that. And, of course, the game is, you know, yep, that amazing, amazing climbing frontier. Beautiful. Thank you for dropping by, Leaf. Appreciate you. Oh, and there's our Saki monkey, if we want to check that out. So here's our Saki monkey. There goes a soda, but oh well. So yeah, this is gonna look really, really good. I kind of like the idea that like they're outside though, because it kind of almost makes it like, you know, like, oh well, you know, it is summertime. You know, the monkeys would be outside because they're not always inside. They have during the summer they have the choice to be inside or not. But yeah, this looks cool because like this could be a thing that you'd see during the monkeys. Why are they? Oh, they're outside. Yeah, and they hang out here instead. But yeah, that's awesome. Because I love this little monkey habitat. And then, you know, we could probably throw in the golden lion tamarins in. So for the golden lion tamarins, I think I'm going to circle the entire building as a habitat and then drop them in. Because they should be able to climb up this whole area and run around and explore. Because this is a freeform area for the tamarins specifically. Then the chat won't actually say anything about monkeys because of the lag. Yeah, I do apologize about that, but that's just, you know, the way the cookie crumbles for YouTube goes. So, yeah, I mean, I guess what we can do right now, because we have maybe about 40 minutes left. What do we want to do? So, did we have a lot of people? I know a lot of people were saying they wanted the otter exhibit next, right? So, should we work on that next, now that we have the monkeys done? And I kind of wanted to clean up this area as well. Like, this needs to be like a cave area. So otters next, you guys think? I'll give you guys a few minutes because I know, you know, you have to catch up because of the stupid lag. But what are the monkeys up to? They're not climbing as much as I would have liked. Oh boy, that nice capuchin monkey glitch where they have the deformed faces. But now they're back to normal. It's like the weirdest thing. I hate that about it. All the monkeys running around. The game is so glitchy though. Like I'd love to be like, oh well, this is the fault of the mods. Like, you know. Oh, speaking of, please don't crash on me. I haven't saved. Which I'm gonna do that really quick. I'm gonna save the game because again I am very dumb and I only make one. There's one master save of Roger Williams Park Zoo, and that is the only thing I have. So if for whatever reason Roger Williams was to get corrupted, GG. Which I would actually cry because this is like kind of my baby. This is the last year of my life. And look at it. Like, you know, like this is pretty awesome. You know, like it's a whole recreation. Like, and that's why like one of these days I'm just going to get so frustrated and just do the wetlands trail just so that it cleans up this area. Because then at least I would just be like, okay, we have only this little section left to do. Because even like Face of the Rainforest now looks really good, like, you know, as a building. Like, it obviously needs a roof or whatever, but like the building itself looks really good. And I kind of like this like kind of like aerial view into the like, you know, like a slice into the building, because then you get to see like the different habitats and stuff. And you know, this is the behind the stage area, and like, oh, the bathrooms are over here and stuff. So I sort of like that, and then this is going to be the anteater habitat right here, and then the Chilean flamingos. And then we'll probably just, I don't know how I'm going to split up the actual, like, you know, idea of the final zoo or whatever, like, as a series type thing. Because I don't know if I want to throw in... Like, I'll have to see how many episodes Faces of the Rainforest realistically is, and then I'm thinking the anteater and this building is going to be its own episode, and then the Chilean flamingo and then this surrounding area is going to be its own episode. And then, like I said, I have Haribo working on the administration building, so then we can clean up this area, and there's a whole parking lot with some backstage buildings and stuff over there. But then we're going to be pretty much good. This is going to be a pain, too. I think I have decided that I will be, in fact, doing our big backyard idea, which is the big playground. I think I have decided I will do just because I need to complete the zoo. You know what I mean? I've done 99% of the zoo now. I need to just complete it. Even if it's something that I'm going to roll my eyes at and be like, oh, well, that's what I'm working on. I'd like to just say, like, look, this is a complete recreation of the zoo, and, you know, it has literally everything with super specific details. I got the Dunkin' Donuts in, I got the, you know, the signs are all, you know, where they're supposed to be. There's little elephants on the Maasai Market sign. I have, you know, like, this sign alone over here, like, by the Africa thing, should give you enough idea of, like, you know, the amount of unnecessary detail I put into making this as accurate as humanly possible. Within the limitations of Planet Zoo. Because obviously, like, you see the lag spikes and stuff, and there you go. Like, that's... you kind of get the idea, like, oh, this is, you know, definitely... pushing Planet Zoo to its limitations. Oh, and then I don't know if I told anyone this on camera, but essentially what I did was, for those who remember I originally had the East Asia like symbol. I don't know what you even call it. For the Venetian Plaza. Which the other thing is, I think I've accepted the fact that the Venetian Plaza is literally going to be. I'm gonna manually do the little portraits and stuff, even though I'm not gonna like it. But originally, I had the East Asia decorative painted timber circular window. I had this in their spot, but I have since gone with the laggier but more accurate route, where I have instead now made, I think out of the alphabet shapes, I've just made circles. So like literally, it's just like a big donut now, and you know they litter the outside. They disappear after you know a little bit, but just that's like a little like detail that I could throw in. Our farm, our goats, all of our singular goat, our alpacas. Our first warthog exhibit, the second warthog exhibit. Alright. How'd you get those parrots? I made them. I made them myself. So this is a mod that I created. It adds flying parrots. Alright. I think it is about time. We have about a half hour left. We'll just do some more rock work and stuff, and then I will probably let you guys go. And then, like I said, next week I think I'm gonna do my first Atlas Park live stream in a bit, where we're gonna be working on the Fenrir habitat, and then afterward I think we're going to be doing it again. Nick, Nick, if you read this, the reason the chat isn't saying anything is because about what is currently happening is because we're stuck in the past due to the delay. For example, this was sent at 5:57. So yes, you can actually count the time based on when I read that and when you know it actually pops up. So you know, take that into consideration. But I do apologize about the lag. Like I said, I know it's a pain. I wish, you know, it didn't have the lag, but there's just not much I can do about it, unfortunately. All right. Right now I'm opening up a reference photo to get the, what's it called? I want to look at some of the rock work, excuse me, over by the piranha habitat. So I'm checking my panorama out right now. Alright, so let's pause that for now, and we are going to get started on some rock work. So let us get started. I think I am noticing there's also a thing about this wall that I had kind of inaccurate that I want to touch up. Because there's like a big faux rock wall. Oh boy, that was a little laggy. Stop lagging, game. I know I have like 15 million pieces, but come on, don't lag on me. The stream's lagging enough. Alright. Come on. Come on. There we go. We will start recording again. and get some rock work done. I do hate the delay though, because like it does kind of kill some of the like interactivity between like, you know, the chat and I. Because like I'd love to be like, oh yeah, like, you know, we're bouncing off ideas like in real time or anything, but like instead, like, due to the lag on YouTube's end, like it's just this awkward like, oh, I'm live streaming, but it's really not live. It's more like a pre-recorded video that you're watching, you know, almost in real time, but not quite. So that is kind of a little upsetting a little bit, because it just, you lose that kind of like, you know, personal element, I guess you could say. So let's see. So I guess I need to get rid of this wall. Or at least this bit of it, I should say. Because this area is all going to be rock work. So let's get started. Alright, let's see, what do we got? So we could probably throw in some of these, because the upper bit of this area is kind of like a, it'll like kind of move up and down and stuff. I love the faux rocks, I just wish that like we could blend them better. Because like it still just kind of looks like you're just placing down fake rocks. I wish there was like a way that we could get it so that you could get like true like fake cement or something for like these sorts of things. Though I am super grateful that they actually added these to the game, because like they just look so good. Like it's just none of us would have been able to like make anything remotely close to this had they not included it. So we're actually going to kind of start bleeding into the rockwork that's in the giant otter habitat now, just because there's a waterfall, spoiler alert. So we're going to try to get that going. Because there's basically like a big old waterfall that, you know, dunks into the river otter habitat. Hello, Miles. Welcome back. I'm not sure if it's delayed for you as well, but you might see this message in like 20 minutes, depending on, you know, the lag. Hopefully that's not the case, though. So let's see this. What if it crashed while he was trying to save it? I would cry, probably. That would definitely be a thing that would upset me. Now, the plus is, like, usually, even if I don't save, I like to kind of, like, screw around a little bit between takes. So, like, sometimes I'll literally do nothing to begin with, where, like, you know, it wouldn't actually even look that bad. Like, on, like, you know, or, like, the game would likely save on its own, is what I'm trying to say. Even if I, like, totally ignored it for whatever reason. Just because, you know, for extended periods of time, it'll just do that sometimes. So tip about rock work, and maybe I'm not the best for rock work advice, but in addition to, you know, the normal advice of like, you know, flip everything around and yada yada yada, Also, just as a kind of like, you know, general idea of like a thing that you might want to try out, use the flat pieces, but also like even like some of the weirder pieces like the arch piece and stuff. Throw that in, and you get like a bigger texture difference and stuff. Because if you're gonna smush them all together anyway, it doesn't actually look that bad. Like, so as an example, right here, even though there's a big hole in it, you know, I can just cover that up afterward. But it'll at least make sure that my sides are all nice and covered. And then same thing here, we just throw that in. And we're just using this piece to now just cover up that hole. And then it just looks like one big rock. And that's cool. It's beautiful, a good reason to upload to the workshop, just in case. Like I said, I'm a little hesitant on that, just because, I mean, Haribo now is a version of the zoo, technically, on the workshop. So I do have a backup. I'd lose, you know, the progress I made on today's stream and whatever. But I do have a backup now as far as that, because he is the park. But I'm not super worried. I've gone this entire, you know, time frame without issue, so I'd be just really, it'd be surprising if, you know, at this point is when, you know, I lost the park after like a year in development. Though, knock on wood, you know, that's usually how it always is, you know, said. Or, you know, that's how tragedy does strike. It's like, oh, why would that happen? That would never happen, right? Right? And then it happens. Alright, time to add our foliage again. Let's see. Where is our foliage that I wanted? South America.